Hey everyone, I'm going to take you through Atarim V5, the AI web agency. I'm really excited to share this with you. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. In one sentence, we've created the gift of unlimited scale for website agencies. So they can run unlimited operations across dozens or hundreds or thousands of clients all at the same time. And this sits on these three pillars that we're looking at here. First of all, don't lose your clients to Claude. We already know that 75% of agencies have cited that they lost work to AI. And this is the remedy, the AI moat for web agencies. Also, we know that it's extremely challenging to go from building a website is not that hard, but creating operational excellence, profit margins, satisfied clients that see you as their trusted advisor is very hard. In fact, takes between 4 to 7 years. And so we've automated all of that through the proactive agency. And if that's not enough, we're helping them make money by generating upsell opportunities from their existing clients as the clients work or as the AI works on those websites. And as I mentioned, this is what we created: unlimited scale, the ability for a professional to oversee and orchestrate the entire AI web agency through Claro, the project manager, which then directs work to each one of the clients, where you have all of these sub-agents working all at the same time, sometimes when you sleep. This is the dashboard where users manage their entire fleet of websites, sometimes 6, sometimes thousands, all from a centralized place. The addition that we added here is the ability to actually talk to all of these websites all in parallel through the project manager, Clio, that sits right here, and it already knows all of these different websites and can delegate work across all of them continuously, as we can see here with brand reports and creating logos and SVGs, and we'll see a lot more of these examples here in a second as well. But essentially, anything that a website agency can do, this can do as well, and in most cases to a much better quality. So let's go into one of the projects here. This in fact was built in Atarim today. This was the old website that is sitting on Wix. They want to migrate this into their platform, and this is what Atarim did. Now, not only that it created this directly in WordPress, built into Elementor, fully editable, and with just a handful of comments. As I was reviewing this, you can see the process here as I was leaving comments and saying like, change this color to this. This is not first shot. So for example, this was what the AI gave in first shot. You can see the orphan word here, this button is not great. And so I left a few comments on this stuff. Here we have an orphan, here the button is not great. And then the AI went on, corrected all of the gaps and marked the tasks as complete after it validated. How does it know all of this about this website? This is because when a project is added to Atarim, the first thing that we do is we generate a highly detailed brief. Not only that it defines the main goal, which allows the AI to obsess around this singular goal, it also shows the brand assets, all the styles, all the colors, the technology that is used on this website, the competitors that we should take inspiration from, design preferences, and everything else about the business itself, as well as the plugins that are running on this website, or our stack that we will enforce from now on across all of the different websites that are added to Atarim. This allows us to pull in backups at the website level, but also at the server level if the host is a partner of Jet Backup, which many of them already are, which makes it super effective, and in fact allows us to have reversibility at every single step, which is important because we're working on people's live websites. Now, on the back of this, it creates these beautiful reports that are on demand or automated through the AI. For example, for this particular brand, it created this brand identity and guideline that is highly shareable with the client. And again, everything that you see Atarim or the purple color is white labeled for the agency. I'll showcase a couple more examples here with this one and INWX, and you can see it just as an example. Instead of just throwing a logo at you, which is what all AI would do, our AI thinks like an agency and presents work like an agency. And so, for example, here it went and created 2 vectors, 2 images as a logo to try and consider which one would be the best. It selected its recommended approach and explains exactly why based on the brief. And then it even gave us this kind of visual to see how this should sit in different places. We can see another one for WHMCS here. making some decisions, deciding on the right one, and giving some opportunities here. It doesn't mean just logos, it means that every deliverable is shipped at the quality and aligned with the brand of the client itself, with the mention of the agency that delivered this. Now, everything that I've talked about so far is what we call the reactive agency. Is the ability to come in, make a request, and have it be done. There is zero need to log into WordPress ever again. In fact, we built the deepest integration MCP, a connector to WordPress that exists on the market, and it works with all of the leading tools, whether these are page builders like Elementor or Beaver Builder or Gutenberg, all of the SEO tools, the main ones, security, and so on. But the exciting bit sits on the right-hand side here. This is the proactive agency. This allows us to run autonomous workflows in the background on the back of the 50 templates that we already shipped here with this version. Monthly WordPress update rounds, you know, those managed WP umbrella. This is all the reality. No one needs to go and click on update plugins anymore. Monthly security scans. Everything is done on cadence and everything is done to the standard of an agency. And I'll give an example. You can go to WordPress and click on update plugins, and it will update all the plugins and the website will break many times. Why? Because that's not the right way of delivering of an update round. The right way is, first of all, do it on a cadence. Once a month, on the first of the month at 2 a.m., start running a backup on all client websites all at the same time. Create a task so there's traces for this, not only for the agency, but also for the AI and for the monthly report that is sent to the client at the end of the month. And then before doing anything, run a backup, right? That's the right way of doing this. But some backups take longer, so wait 30 minutes until the backup is done, and then look into the plugins list and the themes that needs updating. Which ones are high risk, which ones are low risk. The low risk, go ahead and do them. The high risk, go and read their changelog to see what actually happened. If it's Elementor that is changing or 0.0 version that could break the website. Then it makes this consideration whether it's allowed to do it or to escalate to a human. And then if it does do it, then it runs a regression test to check at the website before and after, click around on some of the forms to check that everything is still functional, and then write it back as a report inside the task. So at the end of the month, again, the AI can send out a beautiful report with everything that has happened across the entire account. Now, this is just one example, but each one of these workflows goes super deep in a similar way with considerations and branches and not just the way to do it, but the right way to do it, the SOP way to do it. Now, going back to my project view, clients can self-serve, but under the guardrails of the professional. So clients can go around, click on the website, make requests, and the AI will do that for them if the agency allowed. Anything else gets escalated to the agency, scoped out, and quoted based on the settings or the profile of the agency itself. For example, here, I run a creative WordPress agency that helps SaaS and SMB brands with their websites and online presence. I'm pretty good at design, so impress me with your work, but I'm not that good on the technical side, so do whatever you can to help me on that front. Here's what I charge hourly, and here's how much a project would cost, for example. And so the AI knows all of that and brings back opportunities for me to upsell to my clients based on what I'm allowed to do and they are not allowed to do, if it's disruptive to the website itself. There's a lot more to show, but I'm going to stick to the basics that I shared with you right now. In fact, anything that a web agency can do, the AI agency can do as well, and probably better. And this is also because we're maintaining the highest standards. Shout out to Yoast for creating what a good website does, which leverages the best standards from the entire market, and everything that we deliver sits and on par with these standards. And so I would love to get any feedback from you at this stage while we're in beta.